everybody? Welcome back. It's TNC after movies versus the quarantine versus Amazon Prime, whatever.
Hey,
Hulu.
that's how we
Insert
do
your
it here at
favorite.
TNC.
Yeah, man. Insert your favorite streaming service at the bottom, and that's what we're doing. Yeah, dude. We watched Last Blood, Rambo: Last Blood.
All right, so Rambo: Last Blood stars your favorite guy, John Rambo, who is up for one last ride. Now that is it retired now? I mean, he's an Arizona resident, and
Man, he was retired in Rambo.
because here's the thing: if you're old in Arizona, odds are you're retired.
Mm-hmm.
So either you go to Arizona or Florida, and they decided to make this bad boy in Arizona, which was good because it took
Imagine if it
place.
was in Florida, dude. That'd be crazy.
You know what? That would because it would be very humid. It
Hey,
would be very humid,
so
that for
so
sure.
is there crocodiles or alligators down there? Either way, he'd be shanking them.
You know what? I want to say alligators, but I bet they got both. I want to say alligators, but I bet they
Yeah.
got both.
Who am I to say?
Well, once again, so this movie just goes through yet another. I don't know. Do we call them adventure? Because is it a mission adventure?
This is a mother effing revenge
Revenge,
story, man. This is
revenge
all
story.
revenge. This is a revenge
Where
plot, revenge story. This is your not your typical, but
it's very untypical of what you think of when you hear about the Rambo franchise, as it were. Because, like you said, it is a revenge piece, and it's one of those where he has to tap in to the past.
he's usually out for himself, you know.
Yeah, that is
Th-
true.
this one is more of out for someone. You know, you hurt his feelings this time. First, you hurt
Yeah,
his pride. You know what I'm saying? In First Blood, and then you hurt his country. You know what I'm saying? It just gets crazy, my guy. And then you
yeah,
end up hurting his feelings in the last installment, and he's pretty pissed. You know, he's in a coma for what? 4 days?
yeah.
Oh, spoiler! Yeah, he's in a coma. You guys should know that by now. Yeah, I mean, he's in
Yes,
a
you know
coma
that.
for 4 days after getting his shit chinned in. You know, going on a mission. But let's get more into detail about that mission, Chewy. The movie is a good hour, almost an hour 50.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's a good length movie.
I haven't checked if it's the longest one. I'm sure it's up there. Uh, the one before that was only about like an hour and a half. Uh, yeah, man. You want to get into details about the plot?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, this is a story where again he is retired in
Mm-hmm.
Arizona,
Right.
and basically he's got not that he's got nobody, but he's got very few people in his life. We have the plot where he is a very private individual. That goes because he only has the two people in his life, which are the only people that he cares about, especially Gabriella, who,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, is it's one of those where he cares for the child that isn't even his, which
Surrogate daughter.
exactly. So I mean, in this particular movie, it does play a relatively important part, in particular in a later scene that we will talk about,
Yeah.
because that was crazy. Just to make a long story short, so Gabriella, because like in all revenge movies, someone has to get kidnapped, someone has to get lost, and we have to go get somebody, and that somebody in this movie is in fact Gabriella.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
She's
they
just
did a great job.
she's just not kidnapped though, dog. She's sold out. She's sold out by her quote unquote friend.
So she's 100% sold out. So actually, let's take a quick moment to talk about that one particular moment because, like you said, she was in fact sold out by who she thought was a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and all she wanted to do was to look for her father, and she found him.
Mm-hmm.
The situation was not good, and that's when she got sold out.
Well, by the way, she was sold out by a very annoying character. I'm talking like uh, very off-putting. It was so how do
It
you
was
say
very
who acts
off-putting.
like that? It's like who acts like that? Like, you know, honestly, I get it. People, you know, they got their quirks and their,
Yeah.
I don't know, their beliefs in life. I don't know how to describe this kind of chick, but she was
Well,
annoying
I'll
on
put
all
it like this because we're
accounts.
gonna go off on a little tiny tangent on this chick because,
Yo,
like I said,
mm,
many people, as you well know, it's a Rambo movie, so a lot of people died. A lot of people were taken out swiftly, sometimes quietly, sometimes not so much, but it was awesome. Anyway, the body count in this movie, as we all should know, is quite high. But I gotta tell you, nobody, nobody in this movie deserves to be taken out than this one chick.
she didn't even get hers, did she?
No, she did
Yeah.
not get her. You know what? I hope she got hers because, and she
Oh,
didn't get it.
she did not. She
But
did
I
not.
digress. All I can do is call that a plot hole and just move on. Because sometimes
I call it a mercy. A mercy. Just I was gonna say kill, but it's not even a kill. It was just mercy on Rambo's behalf. It goes to show you he's human after all.
he is human after all. Except I still think he did that to the one that deserved it the least.
Mm-hmm. He's just slash killing machine.
Anyway, sorry. So we're gonna have to show a picture of the character because this character sucks. I mean, like she sucks in the great way. Like
stereotypical.
they wrote her to be hated, and by God, do I hate her guts.
They did a good job. She definitely did her heel. She did her job as a heel, and I'm okay with it.
Outstanding.
I was entertained. It's not like I'm never not entertained. Besides plot, Chew, you wanna say anything else before we get really into it?
No, let's just get right into it because there's definitely a lot of feelings that I got out of this movie. Because again, it's one of those things that you like to get the feels.
You know, I don't mean to interrupt, but like I've watched Rambo movies and First Blood and Part Twos and Triples and Rambo. What I'm getting at is the movies are pretty violent, you know.
Absolutely.
But this one was gory, and I liked it.
Oh, I would definitely have to agree with you. Where I would think that the action, the violence, it was definitely more
Turned up.
It was turned up, definitely for sure. I mean, it was almost like they almost asked Quentin Tarantino like a little bit like, "Hey, what can we do in this film?" And then they called Michael Bay and said, "Hey, what kind of explosions can we do? It, you know?"
Yeah, he's already known for doing some action.
Yeah.
But man, he did a fantastic job, I think, directing this film. Not once did I feel bored.
Oh, I 100% agree.
I was very entertained. You can really tell that he had a connection with the with his how do I say this? With the supporting characters of the
Absolutely.
What would you call her? Head of the house? Was that his woman? Was that his woman? I feel like that was his woman. I don't know. Whatever. The older Mexican lady in the house with him, and then Gabriella. I feel like he had a real good connection, and he really felt like he cared and loved them both deeply. And then I think there's another person who I believe should have got it, and I don't think he did, unless I don't remember. Maybe I passed out for a second. I'm known to do that. Is the dad? Is Gabriella's dad? Because I feel he is 100% at fault for her being in Mexico in the first place.
Oh, I agree.
Searching for her father.
You know, that is absolutely true. If anyone else needed to get it, it was definitely. You know, they did an excellent job just picturing everyone that needs to just get it. Unfortunately, they didn't, but they need to just get it.
I think what they think is maybe we wanted to see the what would you call them? Cartel-like.
Yeah.
Gang of Mexico. Mexican gang. They were very cartel-like. I don't know what else to say. They had the guns, big guns, a lot of guns, banana clips, the whole thing. Whole shit ton of guards. All looked like drug dealers on the corner of some school. But it was nice. It was cool.
I will say that they definitely I thought that they did a really great job in actually portraying all the scenery, and it's kind of weird to talk about the cinematography where you're talking about like a do we call it a cartel infested area?
Yeah,
I mean,
ran.
like uh,
The police said nothing to him.
nothing,
That shit was funny. I'm like, wait, so
nothing.
they're like the police are there.
They're
They're not
parked
saying
outside.
parked outside,
They're outside the
trying to
crib.
keep everyone calm, but saying nothing to the cartel members rocking huge guns. I was like, I don't know.
Huge.
I personally don't remember anything like that growing up. Obviously, I haven't been to Mexico
But that is crazy.
in a deep area like that to know. Yeah, man, that is crazy. Also, like I said, killing the cartel members is probably way more satisfying, gratifying than killing off two non-violent and really non-confrontational people. Because I mean, sure, they are both to blame. Oh, but it's more
Yeah.
like a
But I guess when they were onto the plot device, that's it.
yeah, there were definitely some plot devices, some hated plot devices. But Chewie, she ends up in Mexico. This Gabriella girl, basically proxy daughter to Rambo, John, good old Juan Rambo, and she ends up getting narked out, sold out, however you want to say it, basically traded for money.
Human trafficked.
Human trap. She was thrown into the meat grinder, dog, and it was jacked up because you knew immediately. It's like, oh, hey, girl. And then they zoom in deep on her bracelet. I'm like, all right, that's definitely going to be significance later, which it is, you know.
Which it is.
That's when Detective Juan Rambo comes into play. He's like, where'd you hear the red? I am reggae. I know this is life is I'm not making fun. I'm really paying homage.
That's
Sometimes it felt like I was watching an expensive episode of like I don't know CSI, Law and Order.
oh yeah.
But once John Rambo's on screen, it's like, oh, that's right. We are watching a very, very grizzled, very much older John Rambo.
Right.
You know, you thought he was old and grizzled in Rambo, but shit, Rambo Last Blood, dude. Oh, better watch Stay Out, dude. I'm telling you, he's gonna come back in a Rambo Last Blood Part 2. Quote me on that, dogs.
Absolutely. And like the thing was like he was still in the jungle. It was definitely a different. It was an urban jungle.
Yes.
But he was still in the jungle, and I think that was still portrayed tried and true, as you would expect on any Rambo film.
And poor Gabriella, man, she had to succumb to what, drugs and being raped every day.
Yeah.
She was drugged with, I believe, it was heroin. Effed up situation, man. Effed up, very effed up. It reminded me, excuse me, it reminded me a lot of Taken.
I was gonna say abducted. No, Taken.
Taken, yeah, and it was very much in the same vein as Taken, which I appreciated because I like the Taken series.
Oh, it's a great franchise.
Taken 2 was a little different, but still very much appreciated. 3 is very much appreciated. I honestly, I think you can do a 4th. Maybe the daughter will start being the badass. Maybe he trains the daughter. Maybe someone takes her dog. She's on that fucking phone, dude. Like,
and as you already know,
I'm
by
a
John
dog
Wick,
mom.
a dog is an excellent motivation.
Oh shoot, that's right. I totally forgot. That is totally the plot for John Wick. Oh man. Oh dude, speaking of Chloe Grace Moretz, man, congratulations to her.
Absolutely.
I believe she's in talks to do a spin-off to the John Wick series. Go her, man. I would love nobody else to get an action role than Chloe Grace. She's just fantastic in action. She's just fantastic in drama, comedy, horror. She can do it all. That gal is awesome. Chef's kiss. She's up there with Hayden Panettiere. I love her to death, to pieces. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Oh man, bring everything back.
Don't forget A Bug's Life. She's a princess.
Oh, that's right. which is now canon with Heroes. Watch out, guys. Evolution, boy, it runs rampant, runs wild. I'm just
Darn
kidding.
right.
But seriously, nostalgia's a hell of a thing, Chewy. If that thing was sold as an actual drug, I'd probably be an addict. But back to the film, man. Yeah, sketchy subjects, drugs and human trafficking, unwillingness to do it, but yet you have to do it because you're drugged and they'll probably kill or beat you.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone prefers the kill and beat, but the movie has to have a plot and you got to do something, right? Anyways, she doesn't come home. Proxy wife tells John Rambo as he's like doing his thing on the farm. They have a farm. Yeah, it's a farm in Arizona. He's doing his
Yeah.
thing. Farmer John. He's obviously, upset, worried. So he immediately starts doing his thing. Making his phone calls, doing his research, visiting the people he has to visit. And I believe, was it the first person he visits is the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, first person he visits is dad. It's like, you bastard, 10 years ago, so,
I should have bashed in your skull or whatever.
I should have fucking murdered you 10 years ago. Yeah, dude.
You laughed.
Oh, man, speaking of villains for part 2, that's probably what it'll end up being. Oh, my daughter's dead because of you. Watch, he'll start caring all of a sudden. Movies are crazy like that.
Movie
Anyways,
would be crazy, but you should have gotten it the last time, but no.
But yeah, dude, and right after that, the movie starts to pick up a little more, doing his thing, looking for clues, gets in the face of that chilla bitch. Basically, I know you're fucking lying, but you better tell me the truth, and you better tell me what I want to hear. Basically, before he shanks the shit out of her, dude, he busts out his fucking this as a knife.
Oh yeah, no,
like huge, dude.
He actually had one of the best lines in the entire film, which I thought was great. If you do anything else than what I just said, I'm gonna put a bullet in you before anyone gets to me.
Oh, it's so violently delicious. It's like cereal.
No, it was great.
In the morning or at night, or whatever you guys do. Yeah, dude, and like I said, it starts picking up a little after that. He starts to get more into gear. He ends up tracking down the gang. Oh, and then they end up tracking him down because then he gets surrounded, dude. Like he's about to get his shit pummeled, like by the entire village, Pueblo, whatever city he was in, dude. And then they start beating the crap out of him, basically leave him for dead. Then they allow him to live.
They allowed him to live.
After what is it? Is it who showed
Hugo?
up? Both Hugo and Victor show up, I believe.
Victor wanted him dead right there and then, but Hugo.
Oh, for sure, but Hugo had a heart apparently, which was his fatal flaw.
Sure.
Yeah, so don't always happen, I guess.
When he was telling John, hey, all of these women of the night, expletive, in a nice way, they all mean nothing to me.
That's right.
And this one that you came for, she means so less to me that now because you came, now she's gonna get it.
Yeah, dude.
Like it wasn't even a thing before, but now because you made it a thing, now this chick is goners.
That's right, because it was only business for him, but it was personal for John.
It was absolute business for him, all personal for John, and that is how we got here. Yeah.
But he was, Chewy, knocked out for 4 days. I don't know, in a coma or just heavy sleeper. I'm pretty sure at that age you got to really rest your body to get back to 100%.
When your entire body is literally swollen.
Plus, dude, he got his face cut. Wouldn't be the first time, but he survived it. He was rehabilitated by Maria, a freelance reporter in Mexico, trying to expose the cartel gang for the trashy bastards that they are, for human trafficking women. Yeah, dog. Dare I say they're sexist? Because I didn't see not one male dude in there, prostitute-wise. Like,
no, not a single one, man. It was
sexist fucking pigs.
100%, dude. 100%.
And you think, oh, what the hell is next, right? Is it full-on revenge? Not immediately. Not immediately. He's not too upset about getting his ass kicked. I think he's more upset about not being able to retrieve Gabriella.
Because I
on
think
his
you know what I
first
think
attempt.
that was actually an important aspect of the film, if I may.
Hmm.
I thought that because it really messed with my head the way that they actually went ahead and got to the third act.
Mm.
Because you know, like I did have that sense that he wants to save her, but it's not that he doesn't care about these dudes, but he's not necessarily motivated to kill them all more than he's motivated to just save her,
Hmm.
which I thought was the main motivator, at least story wise. Why, if you didn't watch this, spoiler alert, baby, they kill her.
Right.
Oh, she's a goner. She's dead.
His mission was extraction, and he got handed to himself. He got it handed to him. He got his shit handed to him the first time. Second time, he was successful in retrieving her, Chewie, but like you said, too little, too late. She dies in the car, in basically his driveway. He gets home, and she just kaput, dead.
He gets home just in time to bury her, and it is absolutely sad. It absolutely gets the motivation going because I definitely believe that that was the huge motivator. And once
Oh,
that happened,
for
we got
sure.
into the it's more of the traditional Rambo
Hmm.
type
Yeah.
uh
And, you,
build, I
and your
guess they
and
think.
your and your traditional Rocky, you got your fucking
Oh,
montage,
100%.
dude. You got your cool, I'm getting ready to murder montage, dude. If it's not, ready to knock out, a giant Russian or Mr. T or Thunder Lips, however you want to get down. Good stuff. I really, you know what I did enjoy about the montage
Yeah.
is that it reminded me a lot of Home Alone, which I
Oh
thought
my
was
God,
cool.
100%.
I was like, oh, Hughes must have punched this up a bit, from the grave. You know what I did enjoy uh, a lot though
Yeah.
was I think the gore. Out of everything, out of story, plot, acting, set pieces, scenery, cinematography. I think the gore is what really was like, wow. Like I kept getting shocked. I kept, oh, whoa, wow faces, shock
Yeah.
faces. The one thing I didn't do is cover my mouth, but that's usually with like horror. I'm talking like ripping a person apart kind of shit. That's like I love it, but still, my body reacts, but my brain's reacting way different. It's gotta love horror and gore. What I did want to say though, besides the drugging and kidnapping and all that stuff by the two brothers, Hugo and Victor, was that Rambo. Not only Chewie did he, how do I say this, prepare himself. I'm not sure if he had these series of tunnels already made, but in the final, third act, or the third act, right? The
Yeah.
final the third act, um, where basically everyone's on ground zero, everyone's level. It seemed very unleveled at first. He goes and talks to Maria, like, "Oh, this is what I gotta do. You didn't see her dead body." Basically trying to justify all
I'm
the
not helping you
asses.
again. Yeah, you
Yeah,
will. You're gonna help
yeah.
me again.
Goddamn, man, you little reporter girl, Maria.
I
Basically,
don't even know you, but you're gonna help me for no reason.
he was going to justify to himself all the asses he's about to hand God. Here, God, now you deal with him. Or Satan, or whatever you believe in,
Yeah.
Shiva.
Hey, God, you know
I
that
love
stuff
you
you
all.
made? I'm
I
sending it
love you
right
all.
back to you.
Right back to you, buddy. Or right back to where. Oh, was it? Depending on where you're from. In space, there is no up or down. So take that as you will. Rambo reminded me, Laurie Strode in Halloween. 2018. Did you watch that with me, Chewy?
Yeah, oh, yeah, we did.
Okay. 2018's rendition, cause he and she both, they were ready for mother effers. I'm talking like he had the whole thing, Chewy. He had Mortal Kombat death traps. He had spikes. Man, this man was ready for you, dude. Very ready.
Spice,
And that,
weak points.
all of it. The
Like
whole
I said,
thing.
the entire thing was very, very Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin, like the entire thing.
With a hot dash, Chewy, of Michael Bay's produced 2009, released in February, right in time for the sexy holiday of Valentine's Day. Friday the 13th, Chewie, because he had a series of tunnels, and that's how he knew where to go. He had bells, the whole thing, dude. Very cool. Very made it basically reinforces, if you will, the fact that those two men are hunters and that Rambo is hunting and he's gonna get his prey. Yeah, dog. Good shit. Good stuff. I don't mean to cuss, but it feels right. This movie.
Yeah, absolutely. This movie is good.
You want to get into
Uh,
those kills, or you want? Let me know, dog, because I
oh,
got a few favorites.
we can get into that favorite scene business right now. Don't you worry about a gosh darn thing.
I do want to mention though. I don't know if this is your favorite scene. I don't know, but just honorable mention. Rambo breaks a human's collarbone. A full-grown male
Oh my god, that was
collarbone.
okay. That was an amazing scene.
Jammed his
Uh,
thumb right here, right in the clavicle.
right here, right in the cover. Because you know what? At first, like you weren't really sure what he's doing because he just kind of.
Yeah, you thought maybe he's giving him a pressure point. And you're like, oh, what an a-hole. That's
I
really
just
gonna
thought,
hurt
wow,
you.
that must really hurt. And
Yeah.
then
Then you see the blood spurt, dude. You're like, oh, he broke skin. He's a mean one, dude.
okay, oh, his fingers inside. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh, he's pulling out something white. Oh, that's a bone.
Oh, that's a boat. Oh look, that's cartilage snapping.
Ah, shit was so foul, dude, but yet so good. So good. Oh my goodness. But that's just an honorable mention from the kills. He does a butt ton of close combat knife kills.
Tons.
Where he'll grab you from the neck, bring you into the shank. I'm sorry, into the which was that, a freaking machete, huge knife, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't use a machete, did he?
No, but he had a big old giant knives
Yeah.
constantly.
How do I say, what a waste. I mean, you're in Mexico, might as well kill him with the national arm of Mexico, which is the machete. I'm joking, of course. Don't be mad at me, all you federales.
It's cool. I mean,
Um,
he took him out with the hatchet on his foot. That was sort of like the little
dude,
mini favorite kill that I had.
oh man, I got my favorite kill. Oh, believe me, I've got my favorite kill. I just want to. Oh, I can't wait to talk about it. That's how good it is. But Chewy, man, do you have a favorite? Anything like a favorite scene before we get to the kills? Unless your favorite scene was a kill. Um, anything you want to mention
Okay, well, you know what? I don't
besides
want to.
this movie
I don't
being
even know if I
really
should pre-word it with like a favorite scene, but it
fun
was
or entertaining?
definitely like the most thought-provoking
Cross
scene.
talking. What's that?
I thought the scene because it actually gave me a lot of motivation.
Talking.
The scene where the scene where she finally met her birth father, as it were, and she was all like kind of
Oh,
thinking like, hey, like how did you find me? Oh, it was hard, but I'm here now, and it seemed like it kind of set it up for, I mean, not a feel good moment, but you definitely knew that it wasn't going to go right.
oh.
And then when she goes, she just wants to know why, and then he begins on telling the story as to why he left.
Mhm.
And as he's sitting there, starting to talk, and then he starts like, you know, basically takes a verbal knife and then just starts sticking in her gut, and just bam. And the scene was so powerful because it was so unreal.
Mhm.
Because the moment that he started saying, like, because it was just began with him saying, that she was there, and then I don't know, he's like, I didn't want you. I never wanted you. I didn't love your mom. I left because I wanted to.
Your fucking puta mom died of cancer, and I didn't fucking want you
I
either.
can't
You
believe she
know,
she went out and died, and then she left you with me. So I just dipped,
basically.
and he got a new family, and you're just like, wow, like this guy is like the lowest of the low,
Mhm.
and that's the reason why I wanted him to get it. He didn't, but I wanted him to get it.
Nah, dude, I guarantee you. Last Blood Part 2, he's gonna come for her and her first. If he does, if they don't, what a
But
disappointment.
But I mean, like the scene was actually so powerful that it basically, I mean, that's what started the whole thing. That's why she wanted. That was her motivation. That's what happened. She went the other way. We set up the entire movie, and that guy is such a piece of trash that is my. I don't want to call it the favorite scene, but I will call it the most important slash motivational scene. I mean, I think that was just a very powerful scene.
It was a pinnacle moment for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely a pin on the that thing where madmen, and then they connect the dots because they're trying to, like in Heroes.
Yeah. With
What day is it? October 2.
The old pinboard or
A web of lies, basically, because you're never gonna find out. You'll never know the truth because you're not there. You're not a security camera. Anyways, only Batman knows. Robert Pattinson, you better not mess this up, dude. You better not mess this. And don't think I don't notice you guys are basically ripping off Aronofsky's Batman. Don't even think I don't notice. Yeah, dog. Oh, speaking of Aronofsky, I'd love to do a review on Mother. That movie's wicked good, wicked cool, wicked awesome. But let's not get off on a tangent because we're talking about Grunberg. Not to be mistaken with Grunberg. Go Heroes. I will mention Heroes anytime I get a chance, Chewy. Don't you forget it.
You have to.
One of the best shows. If I have a top 3, dog, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Heroes, Sliders. My holy trinity, dog. Yes, you can pepper in X-Files. But back to Murderous Revenge and 2 a-hole brothers, who, by the way, one was decapitated by Sir John Rambo.
So good.
To show a message. Oh, and by the way, Rambo, not just did he decapitate his brother Victor, he left a bloody picture of what I believe would be Hugo's daughter, which didn't play out too much, and that's again my suspicions for a Rambo Last Blood Part 2, which I would love to see. I'd love to be in. I am Mexican. If the action's still in Mexico, I'd love to be an extra. I don't have an agent, but here's my audition for Rambo. Last Blood Part 2. Here we go, Chewy. Just give me 3 seconds and then go ahead and say action. It's my audition.
Action.
No, senor. And scene. I think I would get it.
Okay, that was actually pretty good.
Thanks, dog. I don't know if you could tell, but I was getting shot by multiple bullets at the end. Yeah, that was me. I was was it Knife or Navaja in Desperado? Doesn't he end up going out like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just oh man. Movie we should also do. There's so many good movies too we can do.
There's so many good movies.
GNC from the vault. Man, I hope the audience enjoys the monotony breakage that we like to do in between talking about movie and the movie and anything in between. Good shit, dude.
Guaranteed. Movie nights love it.
It also, yes, all you movie nights, please enjoy. If you don't, let us know. It's called engagement, and if you engage, it's better for everyone. How do I say this? The cartel arms themselves. They arm themselves. They get the army ready. Was it a group of like 15 to 20 dudes?
Oh, at least per car.
Storm Rambo's compound.
I feel like they actually literally brought 90% of the army to this dude because
they brought a lot of bodies to Rambo's front door, to Rambo's haystack, if you will, his little farmhouse. But Chewy, Rambo was not ill prepared. He was not ill prepared, Chewy. He was very prepared. He had a firewall for him, an actual firewall when they arrived, which spooked them. Got them to get out of the car, out of their vehicles, and start to storm the compound. Those tunnels were so elaborate, dude. I'm talking like, because when you see at the end when he destroys those tunnels, dude, how intertwined and everything. Oh man, that's a lot of man hours if you think about it. That or Rambo's just really
That's a
good at what he
lot of
does.
hours. But then again, like it's John,
He
all
is
he does is
Rambo,
he just plays with horses and
and
works
I
on
have
the
a feeling.
tunnels.
I have a feeling a lot of it. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a Robert Downey Jr. right now. Just have a chip. Um, well, I feel like a lot of it was he was probably already prepared.
Like
You
there's
know what I
always
mean?
like in case things go south, this is what we're
Yeah.
doing.
It had been what 4 movies for people
Yeah,
fucking with him. People fucking
I
with him.
mean, he did have a lot of explosive. That's a lot of C4.
That man was ready, dude.
That's a lot of C4.
And like I keep making the comparison to Jason Voorhees, but he was ready. He had his bow and arrows. He had his shotgun. I know he doesn't use guns, but he does use spears. No, not Rambo. I'm talking about Jason, Mr. Voorhees. The parallels are there, dog. Whatever. I just wanted to make the connection because that's what people do. We look for things to make connections, dog. It's human life.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite kill? Out of all the fucking slaughtering he was doing, the heads he was popping off, the bodies that were being impaled, the manual impaling he did to a human skull. I mean, what was your favorite kill from that?
Okay, I would honestly say that it was. I think it was a combo kill because it was a combo of two kills because I think the idea was the same because it was that the Mortal Kombat beds of spikes.
Yeah, dude. That's what
I
I'm.
think
Yeah,
I
Mortal
think it,
Kombat
it was
traps.
that slash those kills combined with that swinging spike that hit homie right in the chest.
Dude, can I back it up real quick?
Please do.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat deathbeds, spikes of death, did that not remind you of also very wicked how they ran up and just shot? I'm sorry, how Rambo ran up and blasted the two dudes that were already impaled. He's like, "Oh, you're not dead enough. Make sure you're dead now," and then
Make sure you're
sprays him.
dead.
He didn't really say that, but that'd be cool as shit. He sprayed the both of them, but it was very reminiscent, and I don't think we got to do a review yet. The Hunt, the
Oh,
Hunt, where
yeah.
that girl, I guess you would call her nerdy or just book smart looking chick, falls into the bed of spikes, but is like alive, and it becomes like this whole Austin Powers bit. He's like, I'm down here, and I'm burnt real bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Will Ferrell's character. Uh,
International
but
spy. I mean,
yeah, but and then after that, didn't somebody run up and like shoot her? Because that's what I distinctly
no,
remember.
no. She was dying, and then he got her off the spikes, and then she blew up again, and then she was like half gone, and
Oh,
then
that's
she was
right.
like, "Shoot me in the face," and he's like,
Yeah,
"No, ah."
yeah, she shoots herself. That's right. That's basically. I got the same vibe while watching that. I thought it was freaking hilarious. That made me laugh. It was a good little cut in between all the violence that was going on. I'm sure it wasn't intentionally funny, but knowing how I've reacted to um, action movies in theaters in the past, I'm sure that was supposed to be the hoo 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 moment. You know what I'm saying? That ooh yeah, when you really get into it,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Because I
I,
would say
that's what I miss about the theater.
everyone was dead for sure.
Oh, damn right, dude. There
Because
was no one was coming back.
occasionally in these kind of movies, and by these kind of movies, I mean in movies, there's a lot of kills. Sometimes there's a lot of like vague kills where you just sort of assume that someone either is gonna die,
Hmm.
is dead, but you can't really tell, or they're sort of alive, they're dying. No, everybody was dead.
Just about everyone had an on-screen death. Yeah,
Everybody was
for
dead.
sure, for sure. Except for because this was implied, the death of Victor,
Yeah,
because he creeps up with him in the shower, right? But then when you see him, he's like chained up in his head. I have a feeling like Rambo was like, because when you see the door ajar and you hear the shower going, you see the light gleaming through. You see, and it cuts to Rambo, and he's just one beat of him just going, ugh. And I think it's because he's upset. He's so nice that at his older age, he's so nice that he's going to allow him to shower, let him get dressed, and then cut his fucking head off. Because when you see Victor's body, he's fully clothed, and you know it's Victor, because right after that, you know, another beat, you see Rambo driving off, and he just like in the movie, was a High Tension, where the dude driving the truck's like getting head from the decapitated head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And he throws it out. That's also something I got reminded of while watching the movie. But cool, nonetheless, cool visual to see the, you know, someone you want and wish to be dead. Get a cool,
Got it.
disgraceful. What is desecration of the body?
Yeah.
His body was desecrated. But that was your favorite kill? Was the Mortal Kombat deathbed spikes?
I think that was well, that in combination with the one with the swinging spikes that kind of
Oh,
right
that's
on the
right.
chest.
Yep.
And the reason that because the entire thing was just like we mentioned before, this was Home Alone. This was Home Alone when the guys actually got what should have been, you know, what should have happened because
To Marv and Smith.
Marvin
I want to say Mitch, but it's probably wrong as shit. The Wet Bandits.
the Wet Bandits. The Wet Bandits.
Damn it.
Like all those guys, they should have been dead. They should have died a ton of times.
Oh, you Christmas lovers, tell us about it down there, you filthy
At
animals.
worst, they should have not been conscious after like the second trap.
Oh, for sure, dude. Paint buckets?
Yeah,
nah,
but this one was very realistic. Those who got it in the chest.
And he didn't instantly die due to got in the chest. Due to got in the chest yelled. I mean, he let one out, which alerted the other guys who in turn got them killed, which was great. It was just a Rue Goldberg contraption of death.
You know, okay, answer me this. Why does Rambo always have to get it right here? He always has to get stuck, like, right here.
I think because that's the safest spot because the liver's not there, right?
Yeah, like, I feel like every time he has to get had right here.
It's the safest spot, dog, because the liver's on the other side.
I guess if you're going to accidentally get had in the middle of trying to kill everybody, you might as well be right there.
Yeah. Oh, and you got it like in the shoulder or like up here, dude. Not by the heart, but like somewhere over here in the solar plex. I don't know.
He was definitely stumbling at the end, but he was very much alive.
Yeah, I remember when he got shot. It's like he tried to catch his blood. He's like, ugh. It was fucked up. But dude, if I had to have a favorite kill besides my ultimate favorite kill from just the death scenes of everyone getting their shit slaughtered, was the dude who I wanted to pause the movie. I wanted to rewatch it, but I just took it and I was shocked by what it was. I can't honestly tell you what happened, but I'll tell you how I remember it. Cartel members walking, you hear a noise, and then, bro, just like his face, because you get like the side profile, his face looked like an E afterwards, okay? Top, eyes missing, nose, mouth missing, dude. Oh shoot, mic smack. It looked horrific, dude. It looked like something out of Clive Barker's imagination, dude. It was just horrific, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Good stuff. Great stuff. Anything else, Jude?
No, I mean, other than that, we're just gonna keep adding on the sweet kills because there was so many kills that it's just, you know what, it's hard to have just one. But dude, I will say the very last kill at the end, it's not so much the kill because he got that motherfucker with some arrows, bro.
Oh.
But I think it was definitely the quote of the entire movie, as far as I'm concerned. I could have killed you 30 times.
Yeah.
I wanted you to be last.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Dude, right there. My favorite scene, dude. He walks up, gets him in the chest with his huge knife, signature huge knife, takes that fucking knife and starts,
oh my God,
cutting him open like a fucking baked potato, my dude. Reaches into his chest cavity, my guy. Rips out his beating heart.
This is what
Chewie,
it feels like.
mother, dude. John Rambo went full Kano, my guy. Full Kano. I'm telling you, the guy who wrote this movie, or Stallone, if he punched it up himself, they gotta be fans of Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
That or a fascination with Kano. Wow, dude.
No, that was definitely excellent. And you know what? It was almost for a split second, I thought that it was almost gonna be like a battle at the end. Nah, he took him out. He was clearly superior.
Oh, for sure. There was no hand to hand like, oh, take me on when I won you, mother. Nah, dude.
No, just
Pinned him to the wall like an insect specimen, my dude. Like a nice monarch butterfly, you know, or caught on some sticky paper because, biodome. That's how we learn. Sticky punch. And then, we got to do biodome,
oh my god, yeah.
please. I just want to watch it. It's my excuse. Yeah, dude. What do you give this movie, dude? Besides, this movie was beautifully shot. The characters were very interesting. They weren't, to me, in my opinion, they weren't one note characters. Everyone felt like the relationships felt real.
All right,
Even if you hated some of the characters, I think everyone did a good job.
absolutely.
Um,
Unfortunately, let me go ahead and just give you my final thoughts on this movie because,
yeah, hit me.
like you said, this movie, I signed up for this movie because I wanted to see a bunch of kills and I wanted to see if Stallone can still do it.
Oh, for
And
sure. All very curious.
not only can he still do it, tag nabbit, he's doing it at a high level. You know what it was like?
Yeah, you can
Watching
still get
this
it.
movie was like last year, when I went to go see the Rolling Stones, and you see Mick Jagger
Bro,
out there just rocking it. He's about 1,000 years old, but he's out there, bro.
I felt that way back in 2012, Chewy. And if he's still rocking it, when you saw him, what? You saw him just this last year?
Yeah,
2019? And he's still rocking it?
2019 Levi Stadium, baby.
That man will never stop rocking it, my dude. He's going to
No,
be a head in a jar,
it's gonna be
like a
Futurama jar,
Futurama.
just
Yeah,
rocking
dude.
it.
It's going to be good stuff.
And it's one of those where like, wow, this dude has, I don't say aged incredibly, but it's definitely not the Stallone from from your. However, he brought it. This was an excellent film, and again, it could have been. It was an easy trap to fall into because I think like by all these, I mean, there's a lot of the action stars from just a few decades ago that they all just kind of had to have one last hurrah. So there was multiple of these type of movies where you have an aging action star that has one more adventure, revenge, what
Mm-hmm.
have you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one was done quite well because it gave me a little reminiscing of what I was expecting. It was different enough that it was not repetitive, so it was not the same thing.
It wasn't beat for beat every other Rambo film.
It was definitely not that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, like you said, pretty much all the characters had a purpose. They all, they all provided something that the viewer can essentially latch onto, whether you hated the character or you were rooting for the character. And
Or
I
just
do mean
related.
multiple characters because there was multiple people that you cared about in this film. They all did a great job, and it was action packed. It moved along quite well. There was
Mm-hmm.
very few times where I felt bored,
Mm-hmm.
and the one time where I felt like, what's going on? It feels like it was just ended. It was like the perfect twist to get me into that into the third act.
That spectacular third act, yes.
Absolutely. The kills were all amazing. And I cannot believe that we have hit such such a streak of very, very, very good movies. And
Mm-hmm.
by the way, you can watch this film for free on Amazon Prime.
That's right. Because if you enjoy yourself some Amazon gifts and some Amazon Prime and what is it, Amazon Audio, you can get man, there's so much stuff, dude. Yeah, if you actually look what you're paying for, dude, you get a butt ton of stuff, my guy.
Yeah.
Which thanks for reminding me, I got to change my monthly to annual.
Okay. So basically, we're stuck here where every movie so far has been an extremely high grade. This one will not be any different.
Oh hell no! No! You
I
know I
will
almost
give
Mhm.
this movie a 100% A plus. This was a great film. The only reason it does not get an S, and again, it's me being greedy, is because I felt that we could have had another 20 minutes to this. I would have taken definitely some more kills. I think you could have killed those two other characters. But again, that's, you know what, you could just kill anybody. Just, bring on more cartel guys, kill them.
I feel like after them coming after him and his compound, he could have went after the remaining, but there was no one else in his eyes that I believe were bigger perpetrators than Hugo and Victor. So that's probably why it's like, I got, basically come to me, with the murder of the brother. But I would love to have seen more for sure, dude, for sure. Did I expect more? I expected a little more. How do I say this? Over sexiness.
Yeah.
Like I expected him to punch up, like because Stallone is aging, and I thought that maybe they would have a hot. How do I say it? Like, this is so and so. She helps me with my operations now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on Bad Boys, but they added younger, sexy actor characters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they spiced it up. They punched it up, if you will. They reinvigorated it with youth, and they didn't do that with this movie, and I appreciate that. Fully, man, fully. Basically, Stallone was the show. Stallone was the star. I believe if Gabriella had more of a, not more of a role, but longer screen time, I think she could have also been a significant draw for the film. But what do I give this movie, Chewy? You're asking me, dog, telepathically?
Ooh,
I'll tell
let
you.
me know.
I'll tell you. I was struggling, and it's funny you should say A plus, my guy, because that's exactly what I give this movie. I give this movie
It's a
an
sweep.
A plus. Gore alone. Gore alone. This movie could have had little to no dialogue. It could have been a full on, no speaking, just pure action. Blocking. Whatever.
I would have taken grunts and kills.
Exactly. This movie didn't need any dialogue. This movie just needed grunts and kills, explosions, booms, the occasional dog bark in the background, tin can rolling around. Whatever, dog. Just fantastic movie. Great addition to the already crazy saga that is the Ram Blood series. Great installment. I'd love to do First Blood. I'd love
First
to
Blood
do
Part 1.
First Blood Part 1 review. I'd love to do it all. But yeah, movie nights. Thanks for coming through. I'm glad you're staying quarantined. Keep it up. All you movie nights, also keep it up. Wash your hands. Respect your family. Respect yourselves. If you don't do that, I guess that's on you. I can't change your mind, but I love you guys anyways. Who am I to change you?
That's right.
Good vibes. It's a vibe, yeah, I hear.
Make sure everyone gets your personal popcorn and your personal drink of choice.
This is TNC at the movies, y'all.